What's going on, folks? And today is going to be primarily about the Mazda 3 2004. I know I was talking about it a whole lot on previous vlogs about control arm issues and like need new shocks and need like tune-ups and stuff like that. So what I want to do is go ahead and make this vlog up like I said I would. It's a pretty decent car. If you get one used, like I said, it's it's over 10 years old. It's over almost 15 years old. So if you do get one of these cars, you might want to make sure you bring a mechanic with you, or you might want to make sure you know how to check up on the engine and you know how to check up on different components of the car. When I got it, I drove it like it was a brand new car. I'm still in the process of learning myself on how to, ride these cars around, how to fix them. I'm still in the process of learning how to properly take care of a car so that it'll last and it won't, end up breaking down, or, you won't end up needing any new parts or anything like that. But this is it, folks. This is the car that I've been talking about on previous vlogs, and we can go ahead and get closer. Yeah, I mean the car, like I said, it's a good car, but you want to make sure you actually have like a mechanic with you. When you purchase any car, not just a Mazda 3, but any car that you get used from somebody, not to say that somebody will, try to play you or hate on you, or nothing like that. But it's always good just to have that precaution. You always want to know, what you're dealing with is legitimate, and you always want to just feel confident just to have a mechanic there if you don't already know on your own, what you need to look for. So that's just something to think about. Alright. So these 17s on here, as you can see, I have faithfully destroyed. I hit a curb about a month ago, and upon hitting that curb, I definitely put some wreck on the rim. As you can see here, I've been looking up different types of clay, different types of epoxy that can possibly fill in the gaps and fill in the scratches and scrapes. That's all up on there. But right now, we're just gonna have to be like this because money is scarce. But I have been looking up different methods, and like I said, different materials that can fix these scrapes. This is the only rim that really got scraped up on there, so it's not really so bad. This is probably about 30 minutes to an hour fix. I'll just get my X out and take the bolts off over here, get them bolts off. I want to find some caps too for this midsection for each of these rims. I have no caps at all for these rims, so I would like to find some caps just to complete the look of the wheel of the rim on the car. Say they don't look bad with no caps, but I just want to complete that rim. I think that'll be real good. But yeah, I want to find like some kind of clay or like some kind of filler. I've been looking online, and it's definitely possible to do it on your own, and the mechanic will charge you $100 to $200 just to fix that little scrape like that. It's kind of serious right there though. But yeah, so I'm gonna most certainly look into that. The next thing I want to look at, somebody actually hit my car a couple days ago. Like this rim is fine over here. Come around to the other side here. Yeah, so these rims are pretty good. I didn't damage these rims. I do need a new tire because this tire is so bald, folks. You would think Butterbean or Butterball, the boxer, was up under his car because the tire is so bald. I mean, like, there's no grippage, there's no traction. It's actually super dangerous to be driving like this on a bald tire. Like, braking works a little bit. I don't want to say worse, but like, your brakes don't work as well when you drive on a bald tire. You don't really come to a complete stop. It's just a lot of different precautions, when you're dealing with a bald tire. You don't really want to do that. You want to keep your tires with tread on them. Like all the rest of these tires got tread on them, as you guys can see up in there a little bit. Yeah, so you got tread there. Got some tread over here. Got some tread right there. So yeah, as you guys can see, that's the only tire that really needs some new tread right here. But as long as you keep it in mind that you got a tire that needs some tread on it as you ride, you should be okay. You don't really want to, I wouldn't recommend riding on a tire that ain't got no tread on it, because it's easy for things to puncture through it if you ain't got no tread on your tire. So that's definitely something you want to consider. Always keep tread on your tires. I had to throw this one on here because I rode over some glass or a nail or something like that, and it punctured my other tire that had tread in it. So now I gotta use this one, but like I said, it's all good. I kind of know what I'm doing. Like I said, I keep it in mind, and we gonna roll with this one up until we can get that new tire. But yeah, so that's the rims on the car. We can roll over here. Guess we can go ahead and lift the hood up and see what's in there. That's the hood latch right there. No, that's the gas lever. Sorry about that. Your hood latch right up under there. Lift the gas lever up. That's an accident, but I did just fill her up today. So she's riding pretty well. She does good on unleaded. So I wouldn't recommend using that 89 or 92 or whatever else. Like 87 is just fine. Got your Mazda logo right here. I'm considering getting a nice little blue one or a red one or something of that nature. Let's see. Alright, so this is what we working with, y'all. This will be the Mazda 3 2004. This is up under the hood of the car itself. You got your coolant right here. You got your power steering fluid right here. You got your windshield washer fluid right here. You got the engine itself right here. You need an oil change, or you need to put some new oil in it. You do it right there. What I want to do is get some refrigerant. I'm not quite sure of what type I need. I think it was like 134A or 134B or something like that. But I remember reading up that we use the low pressure valve, which is right here. The low pressure valve is what you want to use. You pretty much pull that cap off. You attach the hose to the low pressure valve. You shake the can around to mix the ingredients up. You watch the gauges just to make sure there's enough pressure flowing through the valve, flowing through the pipe itself. And you pretty much go to work from there. You squeeze on the trigger, and the AC should pop up nice and cold. It should be freezing. Right now the AC is doing horrible. The air don't even feel like a fan in the car. Don't even feel like a regular house fan in the car. The air feels like somebody blowing a hot breath on you, and you don't want that. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. This one is the high pressure valve right here. That's the high pressure valve. You don't want to use that. When you use these refrigerant cans or cans of refrigerant, don't use the high pressure valve. Use the low pressure valve. It's right there. Alright, got your headlights right here, which actually need to be restored. That's pretty cloudy. I forget exactly what this gate or what this, man, I forget the name of it, but it's pretty clean. It's like some kind of filter or something like that, but it's pretty clear. It can use a good cleaning. Not a lot of the bristles are bent, so that's in decent shape. You got your battery box right here. You got your fuse box right here. And of course, you got your air intake right here. And here's your engine right here. I'm not gonna pull that off because I'm actually scared to see what's up under there. Actually, you know what? Let's pull it off. Yeah, so as you can see, there was a good reason for me being scared. This thing need to be cleaned so bad. I mean, this thing looks like somebody's shoes that's just been worn for 30 years, 20, 30 years. Just, this thing needs a good cleaning. It hasn't been cleaned in ages. Like, I haven't cleaned it since I got the car. And I doubt the person who owned this car before me had it cleaned before they sold it to me. So as you can see, it's some rust on these shields right here. These look like some kind of holders or washers of some kind. There's a whole lot of snow and dust all over the engine. I'm pretty sure after this is properly cleaned, I'm going to look up how to properly clean this engine. And I'm pretty sure once it's cleaned well, it'll run even better. Because there's a couple of little stalling and stirring issues. But I read up on how to clean the throttle body, which is right here. You pull that air intake off, you pull that shield off, you get up in that throttle body, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be hella dirt and hella grime to use some brake cleaner fluid on and get all that off. I wonder what ATF means. ATF-MV. If anybody knows, leave it in the comments. I have no idea what this, like, I'm still learning, folks. I'm still even learning what this stuff is. I'm in no means a car mechanic at all, but give me, in due time, I will be a junior mechanic of some sort. Because I'm definitely into stuff and figuring out how things work. But, yeah, so we're going to leave that shield right there. You check your oil right here, pull your stick out. Obviously, if your oil ain't black, burnt, if your oil meets that safety line that's on your stick, you wipe the stick off, you stick it back in there, you pull it out. If your oil is like golden brown and it meets that line, pretty much good. I checked mine already, so I'm not going to pull it out. But, so this is pretty much what we're working with up under here, folks. Just trying to get to, like I said, learn it, learn more of the gist of it, learn more of how the car works, how it operates. I think there's a hole in the exhaust of this car. That's what I think is making that loud, exuberant noise. It's pretty annoying. But I'm not quite sure. It could be one of the struts misplaced. Could be the mount not seated properly. It could be a couple things, but most certainly, man, I want to look into that. I still don't have a jack. This car didn't come with a jack, so I have to go to like Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone or one of those kind of places and purchase a jack that comes with a couple stands so I can get up under the car and check it out. But I'm pretty sure it's a hole in the exhaust. That's what it sounds like. We'll see. Like I said, this car can use good cleaning, folks. Birds can make nests with all of these leaves and extra debris in the car. I just wonder if you could actually take a full car wash hose to it and it'd be safe, and just brush all this stuff off and brush all that off. But I don't want to destroy the car. I don't want to short out anything that's electrical in the car, so I'm gonna look up some more videos. I might just take my time, take a rag to it for about a couple hours, clean each individual nook and cranny while finding out what these parts do. You never know, so. But yeah, this is pretty much the hood of the car, folks. So move on to the back, to the trunk. Yep, she rides pretty good. 0 to 40. 0 to 40 pretty quick. So you know, don't take her for just because she's an older car. She can't get up because you'll be up there riding this car. You will definitely be up there. So don't take her for a slouch. Got some 12s back here. Got this air pump. These 12s could use a touch up of paint. I think I had like some skateboards back here. So when I was riding on the freeway or something, you know how I go. Skateboards rubbed up against the subwoofer, scrape a little bit of paint off. I don't know, why would you keep skateboards with some speakers back here? I don't know, folks. I just do stuff sometimes and I don't even think about it. Again, we got a lot of bird's nest debris up here. A lot of bird's nests, you know, what birds use to build their little nest for their young. Gotta clean that out. Got an air pump back here. Got a towel back here. Wipe the car off if I need to. Got a little light latch right here in case I need to work on something back here. The car sounds pretty good. Like I said, I want to insert some new door speakers into the car or some new tweeters into the car. That'd be nice. But yeah, let's go ahead and go on in. It's a mess up in here, so try to excuse the mess, excuse the beeping. But this will be the cab, the inside, the inner area of the car. You got your steering wheel here with your loaded buttons on it. Normally, when cars come loaded, you get these options up here that let you play with, like the volume. You don't have to reach way over here to do it. You got like your coast mode. You got your mute button. You got your different music modes like radio, CD. Just a whole bunch of different things that you can actually play with. Just, straight from the steering wheel where you don't even have to move around in the car in order to get to them. So that's good. Got your turn signal over here. Got your fog lights here. Excuse me. Got your windshield wiper over here. How many miles is on the car? There you go. So we're looking at almost 165,000. I believe if I keep the upkeep up on this car, and if I keep the oil changed regularly, keep the tires rotated regularly, keep the braking fluid in, and keep the the power steering fluid. If I keep the maintenance up on the car, man, every 30,000 miles, if it's not less than that, this car can get up to about 300,000 miles. Cause like I said, it's not that it's terrible. It just needs work. It needs maintenance. And I've been riding it kind of rough because, like I said, with this ball tire, and I was riding on a bad control arm. So once I get the car up to peak performance, once I get the car up to top class, it'll then ride smoother, and it'll take less miles and less damage, on the innards of the car. Now, what I did notice, which is a big issue, is a big rust issue up under the car. That I don't really know how to deal with. Me personally, I don't know if there's maybe something I can spray on the rust, if it's something I can do to cure the rust, if there's a way, maybe like a special, I don't know, oil or something, that can, stop it from rusting even more. I have no idea. But when I was at the mechanic shop, he had my car up, and I was actually up under my car. It was like hella rust, like the car looked like somebody colored it with a brown crayon, with a brown and red crayons just colored up under the car. And I was wondering, like, well, I don't want the car to just fall apart or break in half, when I'm, driving in the car. That's the last thing I want. But, with that said, I'm gonna look into that too. But besides just those little issues, like I told you, like new shocks, I might go ahead and get a left control arm. I just put a new right control arm on it. I definitely want to fill in, put some new steering fluid in it. I definitely want to put like some new brake calipers on it. Just because, or just to check on them, make sure they're okay. Once I do what I'm supposed to do with this car, as far as keeping it up, I'm guaranteeing you I can get 300,000 miles. Because like I said, it's not a bad car. It just need to be kept up. Now, I'm still going to get a lease, of course. I'm still going to get a better car because I want to do stuff like Uber, Lyft. I want to do like, delivery job. And this car is a good start, but it's not the ideal car. It already has over 150,000 miles on it. And it's not really in the best shape as of right now. So, what I want to do is get this car up. If I have to start off using this car, that's fine. But eventually, I will be going back to my Volkswagen, going back to a Jetta or something like that. It's just a practical car. It's great on gas. It doesn't break down. I mean, I won't say it doesn't break down. Any car can, but it just, and in my opinion, it doesn't break down. It didn't break down on me. And it did pretty well. But this car is great on gas, folks. I put $20 in here, or about $25. It fills up the whole tank. And if you drive it well, it'll treat you well. And that's like the number one lesson with this car. It definitely won't eat at your wallet. Like I said, I drove on the quart tank for like 2 or 3 days, folks. And these are trips back and forth all over the place. And this 15-year-old car. So think about that. The mileage economy is excellent. The gas economy is excellent. All right. So back off in here. We got your radio over here. You got your CD, got your AM, got your FM, got your clock, got everything set. What I'm doing here is this Bluetooth dongle is Scorch Bluetooth dongle is what I got to actually connect with my iPod here, which is what I use to play my music. And I got a whole lot of different playlists going. I got a little battery actually. But what was I listening to? I don't even know. London Cube, I don't know. I got so many songs, folks. That's for a whole nother channel. But Cloudy Music Chronicles, new channel I'm starting up for music. Talking about, debating different artists, how I feel about new albums that may have been released. Just different things of that nature. Talking about new music, old music, Cloudy Music Chronicles. It's definitely going to be a channel that I'll be hosting or putting up pretty soon. So look forward to that. But anyway, so I use this Bluetooth dongle because using the CD player here, that's one thing that the engineers of Mazda did not think of well, was they put the world's worst anti-skip on this CD player. Like, there's no way you can put a disc in here and drive and expect for it to play. Like, this is Wayne on here. I am not a human being. But yeah, don't expect for the CD to play, especially if you live in a city with a lot of bumpy roads, which the majority of us do. Cars bump around. That's a part of driving. Is not every road is suburban smooth or anything like that. But it sounded like I was doing a remix in the car. Like, it sounded like Wayne was forgetting his own lyrics, and I'm like, well, what's going on? And I found out that the CD player sucks. I thought my CD was scratched. I thought maybe I was doing something wrong. Maybe the car was getting too hot. No, just the CD sucks. So I'm thinking, in 2004, when this car came out, what kind of CD technology were we using? And it shouldn't be skipping like that. We had CDs going mainstream since about 1995, 1996 is when CDs really got mainstream, 97, 98. So we're looking at about almost 10 years in with CDs here, almost 8 years in using CD technology. And this car is still skipping with the CD, so I was kind of disappointed with that. But the Bluetooth dongle is a lifesaver because you can still hear your music, you can still play whatever you want to play, and it's wireless, so don't forget about that. That's always great, which means you can hook your phone up, you can hook your iPod up like I just showed you, you can hook your iPad up, whatever is Bluetooth capable. If you got a Chromebook, anything that's Bluetooth capable will connect with this dongle here. but I'm going to get a GTA car kit because I'm pretty sure the frequency is a direct Bluetooth frequency. It's a direct Bluetooth connection. With this transmitter, you have to find a radio station that is clear enough to carry your music over the signal, and then it comes out of your car speakers, which is there can be a lot of interference, there can be a lot of turbulence. You got good days, you got bad days. Some days your music sound like almost CD quality. Other days, your music sound like somebody, tapping pots and pans over everything you're trying to listen to. But what I want to do is I want to get that GTA car kit. I think it's like $100, which is kind of steep for me anyway. But for what you get out of it, you get the aux, you get the Bluetooth, and you get the phone charger. You get everything. And then look like this setup is pretty simple. Like you just pull this panel off here. You pull the radio out. It's a bracket that you plug the car kit into. And of course, once you pulled it out and you plugged it up, you get a direct Bluetooth connection. So you don't have to go through a radio station. You don't have to go through like an FM transmitter or nothing like that. You just straight get a straight connection, straight from the GTA car, well, straight from your car, because you plugged it up and it goes straight to your phone. So I'm pretty sure the connection is gonna be wondrous. It's gonna be great. So I'm looking forward to that. But right now, I'm just happy to have my music playing in the car, and it doesn't sound horrific. So let's go ahead and test it out. And that's that noise I was telling you about that sound. I think there's a hole inside of the exhaust pipe. I think a hole needs to be patched up, needs to be filled up inside the exhaust pipe. That's what I think that access noise is. Like when we hit the pedal here, I'm gonna just tap on it so you guys can hear it. Like you hear like that after noise, like that. It's like like that. It's hard for me to make the noise. Like, let's try it again. Yeah, it's like it's like that noise shouldn't be on there at all. There's a hole in the exhaust. I'm like 90% sure. And when I find out where that hole is, I'm gonna get some epoxy tape, or I'm gonna get some I'm gonna find some something to clog it up, like some clay or something that's sturdy. I'm gonna wrap it around there, and then I'm gonna start it up, and I'm gonna try to tell the difference from there. But let's go ahead and see what these sounds sound like. Alright, so with this Bluetooth here, you pretty much pick a radio station. It's on 94.1 here. We got 94.1 on the dash. And now from here, we get our iPod. The iPad stays connected via Bluetooth, but the iPad stays connected, but the iPod, you have to reconnect the Bluetooth every time you turn off the car. So it's kind of a bother a little bit. But I mean, it's no big deal. You get used to it, But with the iPad, you can just hit play no matter what. You turn the car off, turn the car on, turn it off, turn it on. It just stays connected. So let's check a song out. I listen to all kinds of music, but right now I was on my hip hop. I was on my old school. So let's check this out. See how these sounds sound. All that shake your back. It's good.